Module number 1, business. Real estate agency is a business, not a job. The biggest challenge in residential real estate is rooted in a major misperception that becoming a real estate agent is the equivalent of getting a job with more freedom. The fact is, unless you're hired as an employee with a salary, a real estate agent is an independent contractor who officially enters the world of small business owners. Given the enormous small business failure rate, there's no wonder why so many agents struggle and ultimately crash. They start not realizing they need a plan. This course will help you get started towards success. You need a vision for a business that works. Once you recognize that a real estate agency is a business, then you need a plan. That doesn't start with your belief that you know enough people in your community who will eventually want to buy or sell a property. That's not a plan, rather a formula for continued ups and downs with cash flow, dependent on other people's whims and timing. Do you think any successful company started like that? If they did, they got lucky enough to survive until they realized they needed a predictable plan and built one through experience before failing. You must become 3 people. So, as a small business owner, you must become 3 people in one. The first is an entrepreneur in the real sense of the word. Contrary to popular belief, the majority of successful entrepreneurs are not wild freedom seekers. They are great visionaries who, early in the business building process, trust their vision for a working business and work diligently to create the systems to run their machine. These hardworking people never quit and accept setbacks for the learning opportunities they are and move forward. Next, and perhaps most importantly, you'll need to be a strategic manager. Without a clear set of plans, and yes, they can and should be simple, your entrepreneurial vision will collapse under the reality of the pressures that all businesses face. Finally, you'll be able to be the technical worker or the person who does all the work the entrepreneur envisioned, and the manager dictates to you through the plan. We know it sounds funny to be 3 people at once, but there's no way around it when you're starting by yourself. If you have help from the beginning, it's essential to determine who will play each of these roles. Setting financial targets. Now that we have shaped a more realistic launching point, it begs the question, how much money are you hoping to make? The answer should be a balance between dreaming big so you have a money vision that not only compels you upwards but is also realistic and clarifies how you'll hit milestones that lead to the big financial goal. The best starting point is to look at the market you're working in and see how the competition stacks up. Not so much as a measure of you versus them, but to measure the viability of achieving your financial goals within that marketplace. Caveat: don't ask other agents what they make, as the majority stretch the truth. The math doesn't lie, so stick to it. You're either expanding or contracting. Once you recognize the true responsibilities of being a business owner inside the real estate agent business, the next thing to recognize is that nobody's coming to help you. Sure, you might be at a great organization that provides training, but ultimately you're solely responsible for the success or failure of your business, so get moving, because you're either expanding or contracting. There's no between.